Hello, I'd like to talk to you today about call anxiety. And when I say call anxiety, specifically, I mean cold calling anxiety. So if you work in an SDR job, an AE job, you're a business owner, you're a sales director, and you have that bubbling feeling in your stomach when you know you have to cold call, but you think, actually, I'm going to do everything else and I'm going to procrastinate because I don't want to cold call. Cold calling anxiety is a real thing. I don't know if doctors would diagnose it, but right now I'm sat in my swivelly chair. I'm going to be the doctor. I'm going to diagnose cold calling anxiety. So if you are kind of feeling anxious or nervous when it comes to like cold calling, my biggest advice, and I write this down, tattoo it on your forehead. Nobody in the history of humanity has ever died from cold calling. So nobody ever has ever died from cold calling, which means that if you are going to proceed and go forth and cold call, you know that at the end of that call block, you're still going to be alive, no matter how much rejection you receive. One of the other things I think about it is it's about planting seeds. So you know the phrase, when was the best time to plant a tree? Was the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. When was the second best time? Now. That's what they say. I think the advice I give is, if you are working in lead generation or a business development role and your job is to go forth and multiply and create something out of nothing, what you put in now might not grow into anything. It depends on your sales cycle. It could be 90 days. It could be 6 months. It could take a lot of time, but the work that you put in now, you're going to receive. You're going to see prosper in the next year. So it's a case of like, don't focus too much on like the instant gratification of, do I book a meeting? Do I win now? Are things happening? What you want to do is you want to be out there planting seeds, having conversations. The more people you speak to, the more people you're going to develop a conversation with. You'll see if they have the problem. Maybe they don't have the problem now, but they're going to have the problem. Are they motivated to have that problem? Maybe, maybe not. But you're out there and you're actually having that direct interaction where you can have a conversation with people and you can pick up on their cues, their verbal cues, their non-verbal cues. You can ask them challenging questions and you can actually have that human to human connection and conversation to see if they have that problem. So my two biggest pieces of advice when it comes to cold calling anxiety, and if you've got that reluctancy and you think, I'm just going to get through the day, I'm going to send emails instead, I'm going to dick around on LinkedIn, I'm going to hang up on people, I'm just going to wait till 5 o'clock, I'm going to hover over this voicemail. I've heard it all, I've seen it all, people do it, it blags my head, but it does happen. I think the biggest piece of advice is, one, nobody's ever died. You're not going to die. A little bit of rejection. Once you make the first couple of conversations, you'll get over it and you'll probably end up enjoying it. And secondly, what you do now, you're going to reap the rewards in 90 days, maybe sooner, maybe longer, but whatever you put in, eventually you will reap the awards. So that is my little pep talk. Go out, cold call. That is how to solve cold calling anxiety.